This is more than just a podcast. It's a moment to stop, to breathe, to notice how you've been showing up. We were taught to push through, to stay strong, to hold it all together even when it cost us connection. But fatherhood was never meant to be survival. Here, we slow down before we raise our voice. We regulate before we correct. We learn that presence does more than pressure ever could. Because when a father changes how he shows up, the entire home shifts. Children feel safe instead of tense, partners feel supported instead of alone, and calm replaces chaos. Brothers, this is where awareness becomes action, where healing becomes leadership, where strength is measured by steadiness, not control. This is 15 Minutes with Dad, and this is the work, this is the responsibility, and this is how we change generations. Welcome back to 15 Minutes with Dad. This is episode 4 of the Fatherhood While Healing series. In episode 1, we talked about what happens when the family changes. In episode 2, we talked about co-parenting when you are still hurt. In episode 3, we talked about the fatherhood identity crisis. Who are you after the relationship ends? Today, we are talking about one of the quietest pains fathers carry after separation: missing moments. Not only missing holidays, not only missing birthdays, not only missing big events, I'm talking about the everyday moments. The morning hugs, the school stories, the random questions, the bedtime routines, the laugh from the other room, the small updates. The dad, look at this. The messy kitchen, the arguments, the cartoons playing too loud, the shoes by the door, the ordinary moments that did not feel special until they were gone. That grief is real, and a lot of fathers do not talk about it. They go to work, they answer the phone, they handle the schedule, they pay their bills, they smile when they have to. But inside, there's a pain they carry quietly. The pain of loving your children every day while not seeing them every day. That is what we are sitting with today. Not to stay stuck in sadness, but to learn how to stay connected. Because fatherhood is not only built through proximity, it is built through presence. And presence requires intention. So let's talk about it. After separation, a lot of fathers prepare themselves for the big losses. The change in the home, the custody schedule, the emotional weight of the relationship ending, the grief, the legal process, the conversations, the financial shift, but sometimes the hardest part is not the big things. It's the ordinary things. You wake up and the house is quiet. You walk past a room that used to have noise in it. You notice the cup they left behind. You hear a song they like. You see something at the store and think, they would love this. Then the reality hits you. They are not with you today. And some fathers, that pain turns into panic. Am I losing connection? Are they forgetting me? Will someone else become more important? Will I miss too much? Will I become a visitor in my child's life? Those fears deserve honesty, because pretending they do not exist does not make them disappear. It only makes them show up in other ways, like overbuying, overcompensating, avoiding discipline, trying to make every visit perfect, getting resentful, getting bitter, feeling rejected, or shutting down because the pain feels too heavy. And that is why this episode is important. You have to grieve the missing moments without letting grief become the way you parent. So let's name something clearly. Time matters. Children need time with their father. They need shared routines. They need access. They need involvement. They need memories built through consistency. But time alone is not full measurement of fatherhood. Presence matters too. A father may live in the home and still be emotionally absent. A father may have limited time and still be deeply connected. So the question becomes, what do I do with the time I have? Do I stay distracted on my devices? Do I spend the whole visit trying to make up for lost time? Or do I let guilt lead? Do I become permissive because I do not want them upset? Or do I create a safe, steady, connected experience? This is where the aligned father shows up. The aligned father does not reduce fatherhood to the schedule alone. He honors the schedule. He fights for healthy access when needed. He stays involved. But he also understands that connection is built through how he shows up, not only how often he shows up. If I'm not there every day, I'm less important. That's a crazy thought. One painful belief many fathers carry. If I am not there every day, I matter less. That belief hurts. It makes sense why some fathers feel it. If you're used to daily life and now daily life is divided, something inside you may feel replaced. You may feel outside of the main story. You may feel like updates become secondhand. You may feel like you're learning about your child's life after the fact. And that can create sadness and anger and fear. But fathers, listen to me. Your importance is not erased by the schedule. Your child still needs your voice. They still need your presence. They still need your love, and they still need your consistency. Your child still needs you to keep showing up even when your heart feels bruised. A child does not measure love only by the number of days on the calendar. They measure it with trust. Did dad call when he said he would? Did dad remember what mattered to me? Did dad listen? Did dad show up? Did dad make me feel safe? Did dad stay connected even when life changed? Those questions shape their memory. It's questions like that shapes their attachment style. Those questions shape trust. Now, missing moments can make fathers overcompensate, and I get it. When time feels limited, you want every moment to count. You want the house to feel fun. You want the child to feel excited to be with you. You want to make memories. So you buy more, you plan more, you say yes more, you avoid hard conversations, you avoid boundaries, you avoid correction. You may feel like discipline will ruin the little time you have. But children still need leadership, even when time is limited. Especially when life feels uncertain, your child does not need a Disneyland version of dad every visit. They need the real you. Present, loving, steady, warm, clear, connected. They need fun, yes. They also need structure. They need affection, yes. But it's important that they have boundaries. They need joy. Yes. They also need a father who does not let guilt replace their leadership. Because guilt says, I have to make up for what changed. Leadership says, I would create safety in the time we have. That's a big difference. Some fathers do not overcompensate. They go the other way. They withdraw. They stop reaching out as much. They tell themselves their child is too busy. They tell themselves the other house has it covered. They tell themselves it hurt too much to keep trying. They start protecting themselves from disappointment by lowering effort. But there is a huge danger in that. Children do not always understand adult pain. They may not know that dad is hurting. They may only feel the distance. They may think, dad does not want to talk. Or dad forgot. Dad moved on. Dad is not interested. Dad only calls sometimes. That is why fathers have to be careful. Their pain, your pain is valid, but your absence still speaks. So not reaching out because it hurts may protect your emotions for a moment, but it may create confusion in your child. The aligned father does not disappear because the schedule hurts. He finds rhythm. He stays steady. He chooses connections even when his pride is bruised. He lets his child know, I am still here. Not only with words, and I'll say this again, but with consistency. Connection after separation has to become more intentional. Before, connection may have happened naturally. You were in the same home, you heard the stories, you saw the moods, you caught the little moments. After separation, some of that natural access changes. So now you have to build intentional touch points. That may look like a quick morning text before school, a voice note before bedtime, a call on the same days every week. It could be a shared journal, a playlist you build together. Maybe it's a game you play online. Could be a book you read at the same time, a weekly question, a short video message, a routine after transitions. These things may seem small, but small things become emotional anchors. Children do not always need grand gestures. They need repeatable signals of love. They need to know dad remembers, dad checks in, dad cares about details, dad is emotionally available, and dad is still a part of my life. Presence become powerful when it becomes predictable. Let's take a quick pause for a moment. If this podcast has helped you slow down, see something different, or show up better as a dad, I want to ask you to do one simple thing for me. Take a second and rate 15 Minutes with Dad on whatever platform you're listening on right now. Those ratings help this work reach more fathers who are trying to do better, more men who are trying to be greater in their families' lives. And if you're having a meaningful moment, an awesome conversation with your kids, a breakthrough, or even a hard lesson that you're learning and want to share it on social media and tag us at 15 Minutes with Dad. And I read them. They matter a lot to me. And they remind other dads they're not doing this alone. All right, let's get back to it. When I was in college and I had Mariah, I was a dad while I was in college. And when I would come, I lived about 600 miles away from Houston, Texas. And on my breaks, I would go to try to go see her, spend some time with her. But every time I was able to spend time with her, we did some grand gesture. Even if I couldn't afford it, I took her to the circus, did all these different things because I felt like I needed to make up for lost time. And I wanted her to know that I loved her. And so I did all these crazy things. And there was this girl in college that a friend of mine, she told me, she was like, she has a really strong relationship. She had a really strong relationship with her father. She told me like daughters don't care about all that. Like, just take us to the grocery store. We just like hanging out, going to the grocery store, going for a drive, just being in your presence. And I took that to heart. And so now my daughter loves to go to, even right today, she's almost 18 and she still loves to go to the grocery store. If I say right now, hey, let's go do an ice cream run, she'll be down for that. Or let's go to the store. Every time I say let's go to the store, she's always down. She rarely ever says, no, I'm staying home from the store. But that's just a literal example. But for the most part, it started to become, let's go to this very free event. Let's go hang out at the park. Let's go. And in those moments, I was making sure that I was present and savoring those moments. Whether it's singing in the park. We used to love to sing in the park and do karaoke. Now she just loves music. Or I take her to this place in Houston called Youth Advocates where breakdancers and crumpers hang out. And she was dancing and living her best life. And she loved that. And that was how we spent our time. And it was free. It wasn't a crazy grand gesture. It was just a place where we can go and enjoy something at the same time. So it's the little thing that matters. Different ages experience missing moments differently. Toddlers may not understand the schedule. They feel absence through routine changes, transitions, tone, and comfort. They need gentle repetition. They need familiar items. They need calm transitions. They need your body language to say, you are safe. Young children may ask questions. Why am I going here? Why are you not coming? When will I see you again? And they need simple reassurance. I love you. You are safe. I will see you on this day. And this is not your fault. Now, preteens may act like they are fine, but they may be processing more than they say. They need space without pressure. They need curiosity without interrogation. So when you see them and deep in their thoughts and they're trying to figure things out, you don't have to ask. And I used to do that a lot. You don't have to consistently ask and ask and ask, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? They need fathers who notice changes without turning every moment into a lecture. Now, teens may pull away. They may spend more time with their friends. They may text you less. They may answer with one word. But do not confuse distance with rejection. Stay steady. Your consistency will bring them back around. Respect their growing independence, but just keep showing up. Keep inviting connections, even if they're turning it down. Keep remembering the details. Adolescents are a different world. They need fathers who stay emotionally available without forcing closeness. At every stage, the message is the same. I am here. You matter. Our connection still matters. Life changed, but my love did not. One of the healthiest things fathers can do after separation is create new traditions. Not to erase the old ones, to build hope. Because children need to know that joy still exists in the new structure. That may be Friday pizza night, a Sunday breakfast, a drive and talk routine, movie night. These are easy. A father-child workout, or a monthly adventure, cooking together, reading together, game nights, a car conversation after pickup, a prayer before bed, a gratitude question, something simple, something repeatable, something that belongs to your relationship. New traditions help children feel like the new chapter has safety in it. They help fathers feel like they are not only losing moments, they are building new ones. And that matters for your healing too. Because grief needs room, but hope needs a schedule. There will be times when you miss something. A school event, a small milestone, a hard day, a funny moment, a conversation you wished happened with you. And that pain can hit hard, but when you miss something, you do not make the child responsible for comforting you. Do not say, I wish I was there, but I guess I miss everything now. Do not make them feel guilty for having a life in another home. Try this. I wish I could have been there. I'm proud of you. Tell me about it. Tell me all about it. That response keeps connection open. It lets your child share without carrying your sadness. That is emotional leadership. You are allowed to feel the grief, but you are not allowed to hand to your child as a burden. Process it later with an adult. Then show up for your child with love. Here are 6 tools for fathers navigating missing moments. Create predictable contact is number 1. Do not make connection random. Build a rhythm your child trusts. When you say you're going to show up, show up. And make it a routine. I'm going to be here at this time and you're going to see me at this time at this day. Every time. And you show up. Number 2, make small moments matter. Ask about details, names, friends, songs, games, school, feelings. Specific attention builds connection. Know what's going on in their life. Know the details. And they'll be opening up to you like floodgates. Number 3, do not let guilt remove boundaries. Your child still needs structure. Love and leadership belongs together. So it's not good for you and it's not good for your child if things that were rules before are no longer rules. Those boundaries are no longer boundaries. Oh yeah, I get that you smoke and you're probably upset because, me and your mother broke up. It's not an excuse. Number 4, we're going to build some rituals, because rituals create emotional security. They give children something to look forward to. And this is something simple as like when Mariah and I, when we eat ice cream. I mean, Amani too now. When we eat ice cream, we go to the store, be random late at night sometimes. But we go to the store, we get ice cream, and we watch a movie while eating our ice cream. If we go to the store and get ice cream at nighttime, we're going to go watch a movie that night. We don't even know what movie we're going to watch, but we're going to select a movie and we're going to eat our whole pint of ice cream in one sitting. And that's something we do as a ritual. Number 5, avoid emotional pressure. Do not make your child responsible for how much you miss them. Love them freely. When you're with them, love them. Number 6, stay involved in ordinary life. And this one is a big one. This made a huge difference in the relationship that I have with my daughter. And I think it's something that you will find the most beneficial. But ask teachers about their day, about their ordinary life. Attend events when possible. Know their schedules, know their interests, know what matters this season. Do not only show up for major moments. Ordinary presence builds deep trust. To talk to your child and they're getting older and every time, because their interests are going to change. But ask them often these different things and notice that when things change, and let them decide when they change and remember those things that it changes to. I know every one of my daughter's friends, every single one of them. There's a story that she's told me about every single one of them, and I can tie it back somehow to any of those folks all the way through middle school, because it all mattered to me. I know her interests. I know the things that are very important to her when it comes to her friends, when it comes to her teachers, her schooling, her sports, whatever the case, the things that make her up her. I know what matters to her each season, and I'm attentive about it when it changes. The aligned father feels the pain. He does not deny it. He does not pretend the quiet house feels easy. The aligned father does not shame himself for missing his children. But he also does not let missing moments turn him into a desperate father, a bitter father, or a disconnected father. An aligned father becomes intentional, it becomes consistent, becomes emotionally present, and just creates new rhythms. He protects this child from adult grief. He stays engaged. He builds connections through the time he has. The aligned father understands that fatherhood after separation requires a different level of awareness, because now every moment asks, am I present? Am I grounded? Am I safe? Am I leading with love instead of fear? That is the work. That is fatherhood while healing. If there's one thing I want every father to take from today, is this tiny little lesson. Missing moments hurt, but missing moments do not have to become missing connection. Your child still needs you, not as a perfect father, not as a father trying to buy back time, not as a father disappearing because the pain is too heavy. They need you. They need you to be steady. They need you emotionally available. They need you consistent. They need you present in the moment, in all of the moments that you do have. So grieve what changed. Feel the quiet house. Name the sadness. Then build something new, because fatherhood is still happening. The relationship may have changed. The schedule may have changed. The house may have changed. But your love still has to work. And it has work to do. In this next episode, we're talking about the co-parenting reset. How do you build a new parenting relationship after the old romantic relationship ends? So until then, stay present, stay steady, keep showing up, and keep becoming. Before you move on, let's pause here, because growth doesn't happen in the listening. It happens in what you choose next. So you don't need to change everything. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Stay present long enough to practice something different. So carry this into your home, into those small moments, the hard conversations, and the quiet decisions no one applauds. That's where fatherhood is built. And if something here resonated, let it become action. Let it become consistency, or become the way that you lead. Because this is how trust is formed. This is how safety is felt, and this is how generational change actually happens. And if this episode helps you, share it with another father who's trying to do better. And if you have a story, a win, or a lesson you're learning, email me at Lirec, Lirec, at 15minuteswithdad.com. That's Lirec at 15minuteswithdad.com. Because this work grows through shared experiences.